is going on, party people? What is going on? This is your boy Rome, live and direct on the Sound of Orlando show. This is the Sound of Orlando show. For those who don't know, our people call it the Soul Show. It is all about our city, our story, and our sound. You know what we're doing this month? Next month, we're bringing in everyone. If you are a part of the city, you are welcomed on the show. If you're not a part of the city, you're welcome on the show. Why? Because we're telling the story how it needs to be told from our city perspective. Let's go. So, like I said, when we bring legends on this show, it is about true hip-hop culture representing the city. This next guy that I'm bringing on tonight is one of those legends. He is one of those people that have been grinding from day one. I've watched him start out, and where he is today, there's few people in the city that can compete with what they got going on. He represents the Warheads. He represents HEIST-N-FLO. He represents so many entities, AOD. You know, shout out to Red Rum. Shout out to my brother Rax, Red Eye. He is one of those people that you have to come to terms with when we're talking about representation in our mother city. Okay, Jesse Jazz on the check-in. You already know. Shout out to my brother Seth on the check-in. You already know. When we're talking about our people, our legends, our city, our story, our sound, we cannot leave out this brother here. Give it up for my brother from another mother, Strange Flow. Let's go. What's
Yo,
good?
what up, y'all? What up? What up? What up? World Hate Nation in the building.
Yes,
Hate
sir.
Nation in the building. What up? What's good? What's good?
Hey,
what
man,
up, Rome?
it's an honor and privilege to have you on the show. We've been talking about it a long time.
Stop it, man. You know I'm not humble, so I'm gonna take all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But stop it.
Talk about it, brother. Talk about it. Nah, man, it's an honor, brother. You know why? Because once again, we're in a different space in the world right now. Okay?
Yeah.
I came back and I seen certain things going on. I didn't like it. And I said, something has to give. Something has to change. We need a space to talk to our people.
You was talking to me. I was out there. I was out there when you came back. I remember this conversation.
Right. And I was like, dude, we got to do something, man. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know who's supposed to do it. But right now, I'm doing it, damn it.
And you do a damn good job, B. You do a damn good job. I tune into the show. I watch the show. I represent, because the Sound of Orlando is me. I am the Sound of Orlando. I don't give a fuck what nobody else say. I am the Sound of Orlando. There might be some other sounds out there, but I'm the Sound of Orlando. Right. And I take that shit all around the fucking country, and I represented Orlando with that sound. You know what I'm saying? So
that's everything, man.
I'll support the show. I'm down with every part of the show. I'm down, B. I'm down. I'm down with you. I'm riding with you every fucking night.
Yes, sir. This is why, and I love what you just said. You said, I am the Sound of Orlando. And when I was developing this idea, the whole idea was to create that sense of argument. Because I know I could say I'm the Sound of Orlando, but that should make anybody that lives here be like, well, if he's the Sound of Orlando, I'm definitely the Sound of Orlando. And that's exactly the purpose of this idea, that it's okay, one, to be from here, and then on top of it, I mean, we got some hella hitters out here, bro, that are hip hop inclined to the full. So I don't understand why this hasn't been done long time before I started this, but
I blame Mickey.
Say that again?
I blame Mickey.
I heard that, brother, but you know, we doing it, and shout out to everybody that's on the immediate check-in. Shout out to Joy on the check-in. Shout out My brother Rick on the check-in, Audrey on the check-in.
Aight. What up, world? What up, world?
Everybody's checking in right now, man.
Aight. Yeah.
So
What up, Jesse? What up, ladies? What up, Rick? What up?
Before we get into what's been going on right now, for anybody that doesn't know you in the city right now, which should be very few, but for those people, who is Strange Flow? How the hell did you get into hip hop and get to Orlando? Speak on that.
Well, who Strange Flow is Strange Flow is the illest nigga on the planet. That's what Strange Flow is. All right. The illest nigga on the planet, hands down. There's no argument. There's no debate. That's just that. I'm the illest nigga on the planet. Now, that's a totally different thing than how I got into hip hop and how I got down to Orlando. You know what I'm saying? I got into hip hop like when I was a little kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Brooklyn, right? Go Brooklyn. You could tell that you probably could hear that. You could probably hear it in my voice. I'm a Brooklyn nigga. And you know what I'm saying? You could take a nigga out of Brooklyn, but you can't take the Brooklyn out of a nigga. That's exactly. That. So when I was up there, I was up there running around crazy. And this is like before I'm 10. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm like fucking 7, 8 years old. You know, niggas got inner city youth problems and shit, came up all kind of hard and shit. I ain't even gonna get into none of that. But I ended up in a group home. You know what I'm saying? And while I was in the group home, shout out to everybody in Dobbs Ferry. You know what I'm saying? Children's Village up there. That's like upstate, up past White Plains and shit, upstate New York. You know what I'm saying? I got put in there, right? And, you know, it's just a bunch of niggas in there. And hip hop is young, you know what I'm saying? This is like mid 80s. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is young. And everybody's trying to be a part of it. Everybody want to be a part of it, right? And me, I know how to use words, right? I'm kind of good with the English language, and you hear the boys outside. I live in Deltona, 5-0 outside all the fucking time.
Shout out to Deltona.
Shout out Deltona, yeah, Del City. But yeah, I was up there in the group home. Everybody trying to be a part of hip hop. Everybody trying to be down, and niggas is starting to rhyme. Niggas is rhyming out there, and I'm not gonna get left out, you know what I'm saying? So I get in there and I start rhyming. I'm like one of the youngest niggas that's in this shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm like one of the youngest niggas there, but I'm battling niggas that's like double my age. And I'm eating 3-4 niggas at a time. Right. Ain't no writing shit down. This is all freestyle and shit. So busting niggas ass in there, I know I'm nice. I get out of there and I get out when I'm like around 9, 10, some shit like that. I get out. And I start writing rhymes then. I can remember a little bit of my first rhymes and shit. I was like on some shit. You start off as plastic. I mold you to a cup. Some shit. You know what I'm saying? That was nice way back then before I even know how to write. You know what I'm saying? Before I knew I had a deep vocabulary. I was nice. Right. So fast forward a couple of years. We moved down here when I'm like 12. You know what I'm saying? Me, you know that you had my brother on the show a couple of days ago. My brother Rax. Shout out to AOD. Shout out to Red Rum. Shout out to Rax. Shout out to Red Eye. Shout out to Heist, the other half of HEIST-N-FLO. Shout out to all of my Warhead niggas. Shout out to Orlando, man. I'm gonna get into individual shout outs later, but AOD for first and foremost. Shout outs to them niggas. Rax, Big Brother Almighty. I fuck with you hard. You's a prick, but I still fuck with you hard, nigga. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? We came down here, and you know, it's a big difference from Brooklyn and Orlando. Right. And I'm a wild, crazy dude in Brooklyn too. So I'm coming from being able to get anywhere, everywhere, whenever the fuck I want to, just hop the train or jump on the back of a bus to down here where you can't go nowhere and everything is far as fuck away from you. And you know, that only breeds trouble. Started getting in trouble. That's around the time when I met y'all, yo. I met you around that time because you was fucking with my brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You was fucking with my brother, but you ain't know I was nice. You know what I'm saying? You ain't know I was nice. I was nicer than y'all niggas back then. I just kept that low. I was running around in the streets doing crazy other shit. You know what I'm saying? Talk your shit, bro. Talk your shit. Hate Nation, nigga. Hate Nation.
Yes.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't running around. Niggas was calling me lice back then. You know what I'm saying? Because I get all in your head. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was calling me lice. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not a sexist nigga, you know what I'm saying? And one of the nicest MCs that I was fucking with when I was a youth was MC Light. You know what I'm saying? Light got bars. Light got bars. And I was, you know what I'm saying? Everybody see me on Facebook and shit. My government is Lakim. You know what I'm saying?
Lakim, man. Yes, sir.
Lakim is my government. If you see me in the streets and you say that shit, I might slap you. So don't do that. You know what I'm saying? My name is Strange Flow. But my government is Lakim, is closer to Light. You know what I'm saying? I was like lice. I rocked with that for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I was out battling niggas, but I came down here to Florida. Wasn't niggas to battle.
Right.
I bumped into a couple of niggas. Before I met you, I bumped into a couple of niggas that was making some music shit. And I got with them niggas, but then I was like, nah, I can't rock with this light shit. So I was rocking as Havoc. You know what I'm saying? All this, right. Shout out to 436. Shout out to Cimarron, yo. Shout out to Cimarron Boulevard. Shout out to 436. All of my niggas from over there. Shout out to the Goldenrod section, 551. Shout out to all of my niggas over there. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with y'all hard, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Brooklyn, but I earned my bones here in the O, B. I made my name here. You know what I'm saying? Right. Here is where I made my name at.
And back in them days, that 436 was so serious, man. It was
serious, B.
Going on the 436 days back in those
436, days. Aloma. I was like Aloma, 436 University, Colonial, all the way to Goldenrod, you know what I'm saying? From Colonial and Goldenrod to Aloma and 436. I'm in that little cipher right there, you know what I'm saying? I'm in that little circle and we running around crazy. Shout out to KOP. My nigga Shannon just came home a couple of days ago. Again, nigga, stay the fuck in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Stay the fuck in the streets.
Tell Shannon to hit me up, man. Yo, I ain't seen Shannon in years, man. Shout out to KOP. That was everything. That was
KOP. That lets you know that I'm part of these streets, nigga. That lets you know that I'm part of these streets. You know what I'm saying? Yes. I was running around with KOP when KOP first ran out. You know what I'm saying? I remember when niggas was running out. I remember downtown when downtown was a whole different place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I remember downtown where you had to you better walk around in a pack. You better be walking around in a pack if you're walking around downtown, because you just might get punched in the face just for walking around downtown.
Dude, downtown was one of the places. I mean, you see a lot of love down there now, but I talk about it a lot because it's part of my life. It's part of what I seen growing up in Orlando and how we were not only divided by towns. You know, I grew up downtown, so for me it was like we were the downtown kids, and we had on the other side we had, you know, shout out to all my Beirut dogs and people that grew up on that side of our floor. And we were all in the whole spaces growing up. And there was a lot going on downtown, man. It was hard. If you wanted to do hip hop, man, I mean, we all went to the same fucking spaces to do hip hop. We went there because that was the only places you could access.
Only places. Right. Only places. Right. And it was only and it was kind of fucked up because it was a monopoly. You know what I'm saying? Right. The only places and the only people it was like the only people that had the links was they I don't know if they was the only ones that had the links, but they was running every fucking show. You know what I'm saying? So it was they shit all of the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you wasn't down with these niggas, then you wasn't fucking with that shit. You know what I'm saying? And plus, you know what I'm saying? Hip hop it was really only Rap City.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I came down here and I got down here in 80 at the end of 89.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got down here at the end of 89 and it was no hip hop. I went from listening to the Master Mix and Red Alert and them niggas every fucking weekend. I had my tapes. Yes, I made my tapes every weekend. Even if the niggas played the same mix, I made a tape every fucking weekend. And it was wait for the commercial to come on, then you hurry up and turn to the next station and start recording there. Or you had 2 boxes. If you had 2 boxes, you was the man. You know what I'm saying? Because then you can have both tapes. And if you ain't have them tapes on that Saturday morning and that Sunday morning, you was a butt. You was corny and you couldn't do shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I had my tapes. So I got down here Ain't no making no tapes. The only hip hop you getting is fucking Twice as Nice.
Right. There was
You know
a
what I'm
they
saying?
were very scarce. Shout out to Twice as Nice. Shout out to Jam Pony Express and a
Yeah,
lot of
Jam Pony. I mean, I'm talking about like I just get here. I don't know nothing about Jam Pony Express. You know what I'm saying?
right,
I had to get put on to that. I had to
right,
get put onto that. And when I got is all you had was the radio. And when you turn on the radio, you might hear some Hammer, or you might hear something else. But I'm not listening to that shit, man. I'm not listening.
right,
I ain't never been listening to that shit. You know what I'm saying? I've always been on some shit. I like lyrics. You know what I'm saying? I like listening to niggas that, or it don't matter. I like listening to lyricists. You know what I'm saying?
right,
If you got bars, I like hearing that shit. If you just saying some random dumb shit that don't make no sense, if that shit sound good, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If that shit makes sense, I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? But
right,
if most like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a Brooklyn nigga, so I like that Brooklyn shit. So
right.
I get down here, it's no Brooklyn shit. It's nothing. And then you got the Luke and shit is real heavy. Now I'm not knocking Luke. I don't, more power to him. I'm glad you did your thing. I'm glad you made your money. I'm glad you put on all of the people that you put on. That I appreciate all of that. But I listen to lyrics.
Right.
And that shit ain't have no lyrics.
And you know, and you're alluding to it, which is awesome because I get it. But the city was divided on that. That was kind of like the borderline. And to your point, if you grew up hip hop and talking about those days, hip hop wasn't necessarily at the time focused on getting women. Bass music at the time was focused on getting women. You had more women at the club, so that's why the clubs didn't want hip hop there because hip hop was like bringing everyone there, but then sometimes, you know,
The women
outside
ain't showing up.
of when we're talking about 1990, 91, people
Yeah.
stopped dancing in that regard. You know, they stopped dancing and people was just vibing. So you'd have a lot of relationships, a lot of talking going on, but there wasn't that kind of skin to win thing going on, you know, how it was in the 90s, because everything was about skin to win. Most clubs you went to, they had a skin to win contest going on there. And if they played hip hop, it was for a half an hour and then you were done. Like, you know, you're going to hit a house and bass all night. Freestyle, house, bass, whatever. So that put a
Freestyle.
lot of people like yourself, including me, in like weird spaces because, yeah, who doesn't like women? But we were being left out as a city collective when it came to this thing called hip hop. And it was like,
And
and those were great years for hip hop.
great years. Like that's the golden era.
Right, right,
But at the same time, most of the people that wanted to hear hip hop wasn't from here.
right.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying? So it was like
let me correct that. Let me
it was
correct
that
that.
divide.
Let me correct that because I know it seemed that way. And if you didn't live here, it would have seemed that way. Like if it was me and I just fucking moved from the BX in the Bronx, you know, and came here and seen this, I would have felt like, yeah, everybody's out here to get bitches. I would have felt that same way. But I know better. Because like I said, shout out to Seth One on the check-in. You know, me and Malik grew up together here. We
Shout out to
know,
Father Time. Shout out to
right?
Father Time.
We know the hip hop community was here, but for people like yourself, if you grew up in Brooklyn, you know what you have access to. For people that grew up here that wanted it, they didn't have nowhere to go. It wasn't that they didn't want it. It was just like it was kind of like moving to Alabama, right?
But that's not what I'm saying. That's
You
not what
free
I'm
in New
saying.
York, and you go to Alabama, and you see good morning, nigga, and you see all this shit going on. You're like, well, wait a minute, this is not cool. But we were already in that space that, like, yo, This shit is fucked up. How come we can't get, dude? I would hound these DJs, bro. I went to every club. When I walked in the door, I never went to the bar. I went straight to the fucking booth. This is before I started DJing in the clubs. I went straight to, yo, rock that fucking Tribe or rock some Eric B. and Rakim. Play one record. And there was always
one record, yo. One record.
Right? It was always a battle trying to get these people to play. And I get it now that I'm older. It wasn't good for the club, but it wasn't good for the culture neither. Because like Mickey Mouse kept everything kind of generic. So did a lot of the DJs. They kept everything generic. So shout out to the Hitmen when they started doing their thing.
Shout out to Hitmen.
And they took their chance.
What up, Nasty? What up, Caesar? What up, Khaled?
They said
niggas don't know. Niggas don't know. Niggas don't know, yo. Niggas don't know Khaled is from here, yo. Niggas don't know Khaled is from the O. Niggas and it's fucked up that he don't just be out there repping the O. That's what's fucked up about it, because he should be like, yo, I came from the O, and the O got some real shit out there. Because he come and fuck with Nasty all of the time.
Right.
But if you fucking with Nasty, you fucking with the city. Nasty is a real one. Nasty still here, and Nasty rep the O. You know what I'm saying? Nasty done did some big shit. He's still here in the O, and he rep the O.
Can you imagine, Strange? I'm in New York. I mean, I'm in Kansas City, and I'm arguing with people about Khaled not being from Miami. I mean,
no, I'm up the road.
Right,
I'm up the road.
We're saying that.
I'm up the road, man. I'm up the road. Like, yo, look, man. Khaled, nigga, I know Khaled, man. I know Khaled. Khaled is from the city, man. I know Khaled.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jesse. What up? Nasty always repping the city. That's what he do. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
I had to argue with niggas. I'm talking about, yo, this nigga Khaled was in my motherfucking this nigga Khaled was in my motherfucking brother's group. You know what I'm saying? Right. Khaled was in the Missing Links.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Khaled was in the Missing Links. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was the nigga that had Khaled always had bread. You know what I'm saying? Khaled always had bread. Khaled had a beat machine. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's why he was in the group, but he had a beat machine, and that's how niggas had access to beats.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So Khaled shout out to Khaled, man. Shout out to Khaled. Shout out to Khaled. We the best. You know what I'm saying? All of that, but you turn that W around. Me the best. You know what I'm saying? Me the best. Hate Nation.
Shit, bro. But you touched on a topic that's actually a brilliant, because at the end of the damn day, you're right. It's not technically, it's not even his fault. The path was already laid for him to not be from here, because for a lot of people, when you say you're
from here,
nobody
being from here is not a good look. Being from here is not a good look sometimes. I get it.
So it's not like he did something brand new. Most people, when I just had, shout out to MIM. I just had him on last night. He said
I was here, nigga.
He said the very saying I'm from Orlando, like you say it like that, and it just sounds like you don't even respect it. So how the fuck am I going to respect it if I'm not from here? Like,
but I don't say it like that though.
No.
Like I'm nigga.
In the grand scheme of things, when you don't,
I hear you. I know what you're saying.
If it's not everything to you, then like you say Brooklyn, like we should be saying Orlando. Like I'm from Brooklyn, yo. Like Brooklyn is everything. Like we should be saying that shit here. Like I'm from Orlando, bro. What's up? It's good.
Man, look. When I live, nigga, Orlando was right here, nigga. Orlando was right here. I wear that shit like a badge of honor. All right,
yeah,
you could take this. You could get on the highways through the O on my arm. You know what I'm saying? I rep the O. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Brooklyn, but I rep the O. You know what I'm saying? I rep the O, and I rep the O hard, and I wouldn't do nothing. And there's nothing else that nobody could do to change that. It don't matter if I go somewhere else. I'm from Orlando. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying I can move to Texas, but I'm from Orlando. But that's me. That's just me, though. I wouldn't let nobody. I couldn't let just because I'm somewhere else say that that's not where I'm from. I'd be like, I live here now. I'm here now, but I'm from here.
Right. Talk your shit, Jessica. You say I'm from Kissimmee. Oh hell no. Oh hell no.
K-Town. Shout out to Kissimmee. Shout out to everybody in the loop.
Shout out to BBL.
Shout out to everybody in the loop.
Yes. But he
last time I went to Kissimmee, I seen K Solo.
Shout out to K Solo. He's coming on here.
Shout out to Solo. That's my nigga, yo.
Yes.
His squad. Shout out to the Hit Squad.
Yes. But he also said something that was to your point a minute ago.
What up, Earl?
Just as valuable at MIM. He said when you go to Tampa, people, when you say Orlando, people are like, oh, you from Orlando? That's the city. That's like we're the Chicago of Florida. Because Miami is the LA of Florida. Jacksonville is the St. Louis of Florida. Tampa's like the Kansas City of Florida. You know. And when people,
on the low, Orlando is lit, yo. On the low, Orlando is lit.
Lit. Off the fucking
it's lit out here. You know what I'm saying? It's lit out here. It's all year, because it only get cold. And what's cold? Fucking September weather up north?
Absolutely.
It's not cold. I don't own a coat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I go to New York, I gotta borrow somebody else's shit. Give me your coat. I'm only gonna be here for a couple of days. And I don't need to bring that shit back home. I don't need a coat.
Right.
You know
Talk about the formation from your point of view. What was that moment that you guys said, all right, let's form the Warheads? Talk about that moment.
Well, truth be told, I wasn't there. I was still I came down here. You know what I'm saying? Right? And I started getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? I started getting in trouble. Fucking 1 year, I got locked up every other month. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like 13, 14 and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like, I keep getting in trouble. I got put in the program, and I'm like, yo, fuck this. I can't stay down here. I'm fucking around and end up in prison forever. Went back up north.
Right.
When I went back up north, I started getting in worse trouble. Started doing worse shit than I was doing down here. So I was like, you know what? I don't need to be up here. I'm going to end up dead if I'm up here somewhere. Let me go back down to Florida. My brother was doing his thing already, and I came down. When I got here, these niggas already had the little conglomerate already going.
Right.
I was like, okay. Niggas wasn't whack.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I can fuck with y'all. Y'all ain't whack. Because it don't matter where, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? In my crew, outside of my crew, whatever. If you whack, I'm telling you whack. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to keep on telling you whack until you not whack no more. You get better.
And you know what? That's one of the things I truly love about you, because for a lot of people, the whack term could be thrown around just because you're not doing what they do, but for people like yourself that I know personally, who love hip hop just like anybody else. You don't know what you're doing.
Not just like anybody else, because I love hip hop probably more than fucking 98% of the people.
Right.
I am hip hop.
Right.
So all right, go ahead.
No, but I'm saying the point is, don't get so fast that you miss a compliment, my brother.
I know I'm fucking with you, man. I'm fucking with you, man. I got to.
Right. But I'm just saying that, when people love something, it's not that they're biased. They just want the best representation of the stuff that they're a part of. It's not like we hating on you because we ain't got nothing else but fucking better to do. We want the shit to be dope. And if you say you represent the shit, be dope.
Yo, I put on some new shit. I be praying that it's dope. I be like, yes, please. The beat comes in and it be hot. I be like, yeah, okay, the hot beat. Please let this nigga not come in and start saying some bullshit. And then auto tune.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
some niggas
Right.
singing. Some niggas singing about drinking drugs. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas singing about I'm about to go kill this nigga that look just like me because he's standing outside on the wrong side of the street.
Right.
Some
Right.
some niggas singing about I'm throwing a whole bunch of money on some underprivileged woman so she can go home and take care of her whole household.
Right. Right.
I don't want to hear that shit, especially if it don't sound good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And to your point, and shout out to Snoop Dogg, you know, one of the things that was
Yo, Snoop won 2020, yo. Snoop won 2020. Snoop is the winner of 2020.
Right. Snoop, when that Chronic came out, going back to the years that you were talking about, that's 90, 91, 92, 93-ish. That Chronic came out.
When Chronic came out, when the Chronic dropped,
it sounded completely amazing. Now, so all my women, please do not get offended now because I know we're in different times. But when that Bitches Ain't Shit But Hoes and Tricks dropped, that was an anthem in Florida. You couldn't even go by anyone without hearing that song being played loud as shit. And it was talking about some fucked up ass shit, and it was actually metaphors. They weren't talking about, women
bitches
in that regard.
being women, right?
Right. But to your point, yeah, it might not have been the right thing to say, but that shit sounded so damn good, bro. When you heard that shit, it was everything.
That shit sounded good as fuck. Yo, that shit sounded good.
Good. I mean, Snoop was the fucking him and Dre made probably one of the best combinations of taking something that sounds completely fucked up and making that shit sound awesome. Like, how could you root for Ain't No Fun? Right? Like, that song come on, it sounds like some old song you listened to when you was a kid, like your mom and dad were listening to.
Yo, all my niggas and my bitches and my bitches and my niggas, throw your motherfucking hands in the air.
Right.
That's some real derogatory shit to say.
Right.
But that shit sounded good. Shout out to Lil Chocolate Hershey Low, Lil Malik on the hook. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to Lil Malik on that hook. That shit was dope.
Right. Right. So to your point, and I'm agreeing with you, you can't have everything horrible. You can't have the message horrible, the music horrible, and just, but you don't want to turn into the guy that says, get off my lawn neither.
Nah.
You don't want to turn into your parents, if you will.
Wait.
I don't know if
you know my pops. I don't know if you know my pops, and I don't mind that. If I turned out a little bit like that guy did, I wouldn't be too bad. Shout out to Pops Long. R.I.P. Pops.
Yes, R.I.P. man. No, but I'm saying,
yo, that nigga sitting on top of my refrigerator right now, yo.
For a lot of our generation, it is weird sometimes when you hear people from our generation like say shit like, I don't get into that. Well, we were the same way. We weren't trying to do we weren't trying to listen to what our parents did. We tried to switch shit up.
But
now
at the same time, we wasn't as blatantly disrespectful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. We wasn't blatantly disrespectful to the elders. We were just like, nah, we ain't with that. These young niggas is like, fuck that shit. That shit whack. We doing this.
Right.
That's not right. That's not right. There's no reason for them to be like, fuck that shit. And
you're right about saying that, but we as a people, we bore them. That's our generation. I mean, that's the generation that we put out. I'm not saying you did, I'm just saying.
You wait, nah. I got 3 kids. All of them is in their 20s,
Right.
and my sons is just like they knucklehead father was when he was in his 20s. So it's nothing. I'm not saying, I'm not bashing them. I'm not even bashing their music. What I'm saying is that shit is not the same shit as what niggas is doing. That's a whole different type of music. And when they say hip hop nowadays, that means that they saying something that's for 25-year-olds and younger. But that's impossible because I'm hip hop and I'm not 25 years and younger. You know, I don't even make music like that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, my brother's fucking calling me. Let me just tell this nigga I'm fucking doing my fucking interview. Yo, bro, I'm in the middle of the interview right now, bro.
Oh, I bet.
You fucking prick, you fucking know that too.
Fuck you.
Shout out to Rack.
Yeah, shout out to my big brother Rack. So he said, "Fuck you" to the world.
Right.
Fuck you. He said, "Fuck you" to the world. You said, big bro.
Yeah, man. But
he's supposed to be watching, yo. He's a real prick, that guy there.
But you're right. There's certain things that the kids are gonna get from it, and then there's certain things that the kids are not. They grew up in a really disrespectful era, if you will. They learned all of the shit from us. They didn't just
wait a minute. You gotta also take into consideration the fucking the subliminal programming that's been going on. It's not just learning it from us. You know what I'm saying? Because like when we was coming up, it was ratchet shit, but it was also a balance too. It was other shit out there too. Like you ain't have to just listen to fucking NWA. You could you can listen to NWA and you can listen to Poor Righteous Teachers. You know what I'm saying? And you can listen to Tribe Called Quest in the middle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't have to listen to it wasn't everything ain't have to be one thing. Now everything has to be one thing. Even it's like not even no more R&B. It's like not even the such thing as R&B no more. Cause you know what I'm saying? The hardest, thuggish dude that's out right now, her can do his song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her. I fuck with her hard, yo. She's dope. Dope R&B artist. But if she could sing one of my songs and that shit sound good, then I did not make a hip hop record.
Her is the truth, straight up. She like Kendrick Lamar, like the J. Coles of the world. The Ninth Wonders, the Rhapsodies. They're not believing what the radio programmers, what the playlist gatekeepers are doing. They're saying, fuck that. Our music belongs too. So to your point, yes, there's this segment that died when we were coming up because radio changed. I remember, to your point, you could hear a KRS One on the radio and a Tim Dog.
2 Live Crew.
And
you can hear two. You know what I'm saying? You can hear all of this. Now you won't hear. It's like you just won't hear Styles P. They won't play a Styles P record.
Right.
Styles P put out since 2018. Styles P put out so many albums. It's ridiculous. But you won't know about that if you ain't definitely looking for Styles P.
Right. And that's by design. So that's by design because once again, we can't blame the artist for wanting to enter the market in which the owners of the market are saying we're only going to sell this. I mean, not everyone's going to be strong enough to say, all right, I'll stop planting tomatoes. I'll plant oranges. But there's a lot of artists.
That's real deep right there, yo. You know how deep that was that you just said? They got banana republics. You know what I'm saying? Don't plant this no more. Plant this.
Right. I mean, think about
that's the whole thing. That's what they did with hip hop. That's crazy, yo. That's what they did with hip hop. Don't make this no more because we shutting this down. Make this.
Right. Look at what just happened. I'm citing today's news. Was it David Crosby? Somebody correct me on the chat. It was either David Crosby or one of the Crosbys, Steels and Nash. and Bob Dylan just sold their entire masters and all to Universal Music Group. Everything. Because they're claiming the streaming robbed them of the entire value of their catalog. That they're literally not making any money off anything that they're doing. So they just sold it. They get money. We're talking
Whoa.
about Bob Dylan, dude. Bob Dylan.
Whoa.
Anybody on the chat feel like correcting me of who I'm talking about? It just came out today. They just sold that shit. And it's just crazy because this was what Prince, this is what Michael Jackson, this is what a lot of artists were talking about. They were talking about how the fuck David Crosby, shout out to Jesse Jazz. Yes, it was David Crosby who just sold all of his material to Universal Records. This is insane. This is what we're doing. I think we got a technical difficulty. Hold tight. He's coming back. There he is. Boom.
Yo, my bad. Yo,
But
my
yes,
bad. I'm high.
if you didn't know
I'm high, man. I'm
what
high.
happened, that's the state of. We're entering 2021 with legends selling their entire catalog.
So they could feed their
They
family.
can't make any money with it. They can't make any money with their masters.
That's crazy, yo. And their music is getting put out every year's commercials and all types of shit.
Look,
They ain't
shout out
getting none of that.
to and Usher. He said $300 million. It was worth getting that $300 million because for music right now, you can't perform. You can't do any shows that would supplement you not getting money from streaming. And now you just gonna sell your whole catalog? Now, to those that shout out to Run the Jewels because look at all the slave masters posing on your dollar. That was everything to me. Shout out to Cool Rock on the check-in. But why keep it if it's not making money? You're damn right, Cool Rock. Shout out to Cool Rock from the Fat Boys on the check-in. Take the
Peace,
money.
Cool Rocksky. What up, Cool Rocksky? Yeah, I just watched Crush Groove the other day.
Yes, talk about it, my brother.
I just watched Crush Groove the other day. This nigga, yo, he was like, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it.
Right.
Yo.
But that says a lot for what we're talking about, this art. It's not just affecting hip-hop anymore. And I used to think, like many things, nobody gives a shit when it's black people. But when it starts becoming like when white people are starting to be affected by something, then you start seeing the waves of change. The legislation start changing to correct whatever's been ill. So maybe this ushers in a moment in music history where they say, you know what? These record companies are literally bankrupting the people that they're making money off.
Literally.
Because masters, selling your masters, if you even own them, is like literally the last resort.
Last resort. And most hip-hop niggas don't got their masters.
No. Shout out to any hip-hop artists out there in the country right now that owns their master.
And shit, I know me, and I know my team. You know what I'm saying? We own our masters. You know what I'm saying? We ain't nobody even got access to the masters. Shout out to my engineer. Shout out Hollywood. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Shout out to the Warhead niggas again, nigga. Shout out to all my Warhead niggas.
Yes.
Dub T's in the building. I was just bumping the album the other day, yo. That shit bring back memories. I felt myself on tour again.
Right, man. I mean, and like I said, bro, when we're discussing music, hip hop in general, I love being able to talk to brothers like yourself because this, once again, is not something that is block bound. This is not something
Nah.
that is state bound. This is not
Nah.
something that's even United States bound. This is worldwide
Nah.
talking about.
Worldwide. Shout out to DJ Trey. Shout out to DJ Trey out there in Switzerland. I need a
Yeah,
track from you, homeboy. And
yeah.
shout out to my nigga Dre Yard out there in Belarus. You know what I'm saying? He produced the joint that we just released, the HEIST-N-FLO single, you know what I'm saying? Nigga in Belarus, you know what I'm saying? A nigga in Belarus produced our single, nigga.
Dope, man. Dope.
You know what I'm
Talk
saying?
about it.
And that's kind of crazy because my team is the hottest niggas in the we make hard shit, you know what I'm saying? We don't go out, I don't go outside of the team for beats. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I told you I'm the nicest nigga in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't record on nobody else's shit but my own, except
Right.
for maybe my brother's shit or my nigga Hollywood shit. I don't fuck with niggas, you know what I'm saying? The unit is dope. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
And that's a good
shout out to
thing.
the niggas. Shout out to the niggas overseas.
That's a
You know what I'm
good
saying?
place.
Shout out to my nigga
That's a good place to be
Tone
in the city
in
that
Germany.
need to feel like, hey, bro, we got that. That's a great place to feel like, man, because, man, I'm telling you, for a lot of people that import their stuff, to know you got a team that can put together a string of dope ass projects. I mean, shout out to Rax, because Rax. I rarely
Big
ever
bro.
hear about him being a part of the producer culture in Orlando.
Big bro.
But he is one of the producers that should be looked at in Orlando as that producer culture. You know,
Yo, my brother's the man, yo. My brother taught at Full Sail. You know what I'm saying? Look, nobody better not say nothing about me yanking on this dude Johnson tonight. But get this nigga his props. My brother's the man. The nigga taught at Full Sail. The nigga, he's the leader of the Warheads. You know what I'm saying? He is the original, the head nigga. The Warheads is Voltron. He formed the head. You know what I'm saying? AOD General. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man. My brother's the man. You know what I'm saying? My brother done put people in positions to do things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas you would never know about if it wasn't for my brother. You know what I'm saying? A lot of DJs that was on TV, some DJ niggas that was on TV on your favorite shows that you probably would have never know about if it wasn't for my motherfucking brother.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Rax, shout out to Ruff, you prick. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to come to the motherfucking crib, nigga. We got work to do.
Red Rum, Rax, Vaughn, your brother, period. Missing link.
He's a dope dude. He's a dope dude. And here I'll go one even further. I would dare you to find a duo of brothers that is doper in hip hop than me and my brother. I don't care if they got a big bankroll, they got the world behind them. They not doper. You put them two in front of us two, we wiping the floor with them.
Right.
Point blank, period. We got the beats, we got the rhymes. We anybody in the world, any duo, family members, brother, cousin. I don't give a fuck what you two any duo. Me and my brother, they got no wins.
You should feel that way, brother, because at the end of the day, once again, you guys, in a lot of ways, are big fish in a small pond. There is no one. If someone decides to do something here in Orlando, let's just use Orlando. You ain't got to fucking deal with what you would be dealing with in Brooklyn. You got a clear path to claim your plot of land quicker than you would in Brooklyn, which is a beautiful thing. To me, if I'm going to create a business somewhere, I'm not going to where it's fucking flooded.
The only game in town.
If I'm
the only game in town,
with me, you gotta do business with me. That's a great business model to have. It's a great feeling to have, and whether it's true or not is besides the point. Whether you guys are the dopest shit from fucking the Big Bang is besides the point. once again, I know you guys to be repping Orlando because I was we performed many shows together, and shout out to Warren because he was always gracious. We just show up, and be like, dude, come on, bro, you know what time it is. Howard, we'd be like, Howard, come on, bro, you know what time it is. And
Shout out to Ringer. Shout out to Big Ringer, yo. H Ringer. I love you, homeboy.
Right. You know, it was always love because we knew something deeper about what we were doing. And it wasn't necessarily us versus them. It was we all wanted to see the city in a way that we wanted to see the city. Whether that was right or wrong, we all wanted to contribute, which was fucking dope. Shout out to Granddaddy South.
What it is? Shout out Granddaddy. You know what I'm saying? I watched his show too. That shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But look, know what it is we knew niggas in the O knew that our talent matched or surpassed any other cities.
Right.
Any other city, no matter what, New York, California, Atlanta, fucking Texas, anywhere in Texas, Houston, whatever the fuck, any city, we know in Orlando, the talent there is at least as great as everywhere else.
Right.
You know, and not getting the recognition for that causes a little bit of fucking tension inside of one. That it changes a man. You know what I'm saying? It makes a man tough.
It does. It does. Shout out to all the people that are not getting recognition now that have done great things. You know, that are not even being fucking talked about.
Great things.
You know, we need a place in which relevancy is not the equivalent of money, right? Like a lot of these people think now that they can just say that you're irrelevant because of your age, because you ain't got no get out, because you ain't down with their crew. Like, this idea of relevancy is the reason why people are fucking dumb. Because when you're talking about what's relevant in your mind, it should be actually the most valuable thing you have is everything around you. You know, when you are poor, you use everything around you. That's where hip hop came from, poverty. We used everything we had around us to make something. When you rich, you don't need everything around you. You can buy it. You can buy
why do they only talk about relevancy when they trying to diss something?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It don't even become about the material or the artwork or the product that's out that's being presented. It becomes about the person and how somebody feels about that person. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's wrong. You can't just say, well, oh, I felt because I ain't seen that dude in a while and he ain't do nothing in a while. It's not what he do don't matter. Nah. Right. Everything that everybody do matter, you know what I'm saying? Is if it's dope, it matters. If it's whack, it matters. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's why you tell people if they shit is whack. Dude. You know what I'm saying? And you tell them if they shit is dope.
How many people?
That's what you do. You do.
How many people are waiting for that new Sade album? How many? Man, motherfuckers are waiting. As soon as Sade dropped that fucking album.
I want to hear that. I want to hear that.
Right. Why? Because it's Sade, damn it. It's Sade.
Right. Why Big Daddy Kane don't get that love? Why Big Daddy Kane don't get that love?
That part.
You know what I'm saying? Why Kane don't get that love? Kane ain't, you know what I'm saying? Why Special Ed can't drop an album and it get revered the same way like that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why Cool Rock Ski can't drop an album? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Why we can't get one of those and why it can't be anticipated? Because it's hip hop. Yeah, they try to make everything that we do so disposable that you just gotta forget about it, and that's why people come. That's why these dudes got like 35 albums now. You know what I'm saying? Because the albums that they making, they not putting no soul and nothing into it. They just try to put out something real quick so they can have something else to put out real quick so they can just keep on, because they think that relevancy means products out. But that's not what it means. Relevant, like if Lauren really dropped the album right now, that should have, a little bit of money behind a Lauren album.
Right.
Yeah, MF Doom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Quality
it's crazy.
Quantity. Quality versus quantity. Sade's business model works. It works. Sade is able to drop an album every 15, 20 years based on the quality of the music.
That shit rides out, and she could just eat off of that one album for that whole next 15 years.
15, 20 years, she's good. She's good. And most
artists, I was scrolling through Facebook, right? And a nigga said that this KRS-One shit, KRS-One just dropped some shit, he should just stop trying. I was like, word? This nigga should just stop trying, KRS-One? Right. So I put the joint on, and the video is dope. This nigga gets on some shit, it's some KRS-One shit. He's telling you what the fuck is going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, look, this is what we need to do. He's KRS-One. He's doing KRS-One. And I'm like, yeah, that shit was dope. This nigga was like, this nigga should stop trying. Why is he even doing this? So I'm like, yo, word, this is what y'all think about the niggas that's the GOATs?
Right. But you gotta think that they're GOATs to begin with. And we have this Jordan syndrome. And I'm gonna say it. Yeah, I said it. We got this Jordan syndrome in which if we give anybody any of that, we only give it to one person. You know, once again, this idea that $10, if you make $10, you done took $10 from me, is bullshit. Because no other culture, no other fucking vibration on the planet does that nonsense. So we only nominate one person to be the one that we give props to. So Jordan, we rock his shoes. We believe in his ideas, his mentality, and he's the best. But we don't designate that. Everyone's compared to him. And if they can't beat Jordan, then they don't matter. And this is that fucking bullshit. You know,
it is, man. It is.
That everyone. If you ain't
because
Jordan,
I was one of the ones that was like, fuck Jordan. I was a Knicks fan.
Right.
Fuck me, fuck you, Mike. Why the fuck you dunking on my whole squad like that?
Right.
Fuck you, nigga.
Right.
Why? How you gonna come into the Garden and score all of the points against us?
Right.
Nobody else can get the ball, Mike. Nobody. You just gonna beat us by yourself?
Right.
Fuck you, Mike. I never had a pair of Jordans. Fuck Mike. Kobe. R.I.P. Kobe. Shout out to Kobe. R.I.P. Kobe. I'm still hurt. You know what I'm saying? I'm still hurt. Kobe.
Right.
Damn, Kobe.
Right. We have been taught in many ways to hate our leaders, to hate our people, to hate the trailblazers, to hate the people that started, that did something first. We find some way to devalue them in the same ways that we're told to devalue ourselves. And this goes back to music. This is not a preaching point. This goes back to music. Why else would a Bob Dylan, who is a songwriting machine, ever sell any of his masters for a measly whatever the fuck? His shit is in the Smithsonian and will probably garner some sort of Nobel Peace Prize at some point. If he's selling his shit, that should tell everyone in the music business that the idea of corporations should be fucking rebelled completely against and burn down to the ground and create a new system in which all of the people that are musicians start to create artist-owned labels. Artist-owned fucking musicians.
That's why that independent movement is kind of dope. You know what I'm saying? The independent movement is kind of dope, and it's kind of dope that, you know what I'm saying, everything is kind of digital. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of dope, but it's kind of whack at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's dope because now you have it's easier to get shit to people.
Right.
You don't have to have that middleman of packaging and putting it in the store and having that shit having somebody else get that piece of that shit. It's just you can have your own little site. People can come get the shit directly from you without no ifs, ands, and buts.
Right. Right.
Jesse's right, yo. Jesse right. Shout out to Jesse Jazz again. Home skillet. You know what I'm saying? But
that's
he's
my
right. You know what I'm saying?
The Soul Show is sponsored by 5-Star Graphics. If you need flyers in the city,
and that's why you gotta have merchandise.
Please hit this brother up. You already know what time it is.
That's why you gotta have merchandise. Merchandising.
Yes. But it presents a new dynamic to this thing. If we don't need record companies to be relevant, we don't need their distribution markets, we don't need their networks because we have access to all of it, then what are we missing outside of this idea of like voting, for example? It took 80 million people to vote against 75 million people that was okay with the shit. Okay, so this idea that numbers don't matter is bullshit. Numbers do matter. If we as the music community came together and said, you know what, we gave you all this power to begin with. All you presented was the contract and the open door to go deal with somebody overseas. But the internet does that now. We don't need you. Actually, you work for us. And we as a collective create an artist union where DJs, MCs, singers, whatever kind of...
I watched the show the other day, yo.
Like Vegas, let me finish. Vegas already created this business model. They call it hospitality. But a lot of the people that work in Nevada and Vegas, they are part of this union. Only union in the fucking United States, too, that supports hospitality, entertainment. That shit should be scaled nationwide, worldwide, that from now on, we have a union. Remember, you hear all this talk. Rappers ain't got no benefits. We got shit, right? So you take all of this stuff. We got no retirement plans. There's none of that. We build a union for entertainment, period. Straight up. All entertainers. Whether you're a fucking magician, you're a rapper, you're a singer, whatever. Songwriters, whatever. And we form a new union where we tell these record companies what they can and they can't fucking do. Ain't nothing happening. You part of the union, ain't nothing happening. They know more 360 deals, motherfucker. Ain't none of that.
It sounds good, B. It sounds good. I'll be with it.
That means your relevancy is not dictated by some corporation who owns the very medium you're trying to get played in. There's a lot of times we don't realize, we gloss over this. If iHeart is a part of so-and-so, Columbia, Universal, you're not getting played if you're fucking another company. You're not
getting no burn.
So we as a people, like I said, this is the call, man. 2021, man. We've seen some shit in 2020, but 2021 can also bring some next shit as a collective, as a collaboration of minds. If everyone could be fine with not being the leader, then they can't decapitate one person and end the movement. If we're all leaders, if we all have skin in the game, if we all want better for our music community, for our entertainers, we're workers, we're servers. You know, what you do serves. You're a server. You're a fucking waiter. You are. You're serving food to people. That's what
You
you
saying
do.
you cook. You the cook.
Yeah.
You saying
And if you
you the
don't have,
dishwasher.
if you're being given minimum wage to serve somebody food, not only food that can fucking help them, have a better day, maybe get some kids out of the deal. We have to come together as a community and say enough is enough. Enough of this fucking division shit. You're a rapper, so I can't fuck with you. You're R&B, I can't fuck with you. We need to start viewing this shit as a collective. Like entertainers are just as important as bartenders and waiters. We all serve a purpose, and we're all together to make other people happy. And why are we getting the lowest of the fucking thing out of everything? Why are we the one? I mean, they put these people out to like
Who
because
you
we're
who you
talking
trust
about
to run this union? Who you trust to run this union?
who do I trust who?
To run this union.
It has to be a collective. It can't be one because once again, when you're taking over a town and one person is the boss, he's fucking. They're gonna get him and decapitate everything else. But if like what Black Lives Matter has done, and shout outs to them because we've seen a historical wave of people that have been decapitated based on one person being the front man of it all. Black Lives Matter made it. They were the one business model that actually worked, that they couldn't decapitate everyone. They couldn't find the one person that was running it and decapitate him and get them out of the picture. But we've seen what happened with dude with not taking shit from nobody, dude. The militia. What's
Yeah,
that guy?
yeah, yeah.
They
I don't
got his
remember his name, but I know who you're talking about.
They were waiting for him because he was the quasi leader. A virus? The whole computer is affected. You got to fucking clean the whole computer. You can't
Yeah.
you can't eliminate a program and go on about your day. This is what we need. The business model that we need is that we, as a collective, worldwide, somebody's got to sit down. I don't know if it's a Russell. I don't know if it's a Puff. I don't know who it is to bring this worldwide collective together. This mindset of saying, you know what, we got unions for everything but people that serve the drinks and serve the music and serve the magic and serve whatever. We got all this stuff for everyone else, but we don't got nothing. Like plumbers, all these people, they got construction, they got fucking unions that protect their interests long term. They make conspiracies out of it. But we ain't got that shit. We don't got shit. If you fucking sign a wrong contract, nobody's coming to your defense. That's you. You fucked up. So we need to end
Shout
all
out to
that.
Diddy. Shout out to Diddy.
Right.
Shout out to P. Diddy.
So
For giving niggas great contracts.
right, right. I mean, contract is a contract. It's black and white. It ain't supposed to have emotion in it, and it's not supposed to care. It's just the rules of engagement. We need the collective to dictate what contracts are being made. There's this idea that a 360 could be still floating around after 40 and 50 years in, and
Crazy.
wow, poor people of all of their gifts has to stop. And it's not a black thing, it's not a white thing, it's everyone. It's anyone that's ever done any kind of entertainment that have been affected by it. So we just got to be better. Come 2021. Shout out to Jesse Jazz. It's just black excellence for real. But we just got to be
Shout
better.
out Jesse.
Yeah.
Shout out J. Ray and nephew.
What do you see? What do you see Orlando hip hop in 2021 looking like to you?
It's that's like a two-sided question, because it's what I see Orlando hip hop doing and what I see Orlando music doing.
Right.
Orlando music is like the next wave. You know what I'm saying? But that's
Yes,
not
sir.
necessarily hip hop, in my opinion.
Yes, sir.
You know, but that's the next wave. You know what I'm saying? These niggas is on some whole new shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the people is. That's the relevant move right now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now, it's not relevant to me. I wouldn't be able to tell you who is who or what song they made, or I wouldn't tell you what they look like or nothing like that, because that's not relevant to me. I'm not listening to that. I can't, I shouldn't be able to relate to 20-year-old music. I'm not in my 20s. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I should be I relate to music for people that's in my age group. You know what I'm saying? 18. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they do that, and that's cool. I just don't listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Right.
it's not just because it's, and I'm not saying I don't listen to it because it's from Orlando. I don't listen to none of that new shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shout out to everybody doing that new shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who you is. I don't listen to you, but shout out to you anyway. Big ups. I don't listen to that shit. It's niggas that's making the type of music right now that I listen to. And them niggas, like that wave is coming back too. It's like a boom bap wave is coming back. You know what I'm saying? It's like, shout out to them Griselda niggas and
Right.
everything that they doing, because they putting a little weight behind the movement. Shout out to Shady for giving them niggas a little light. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that wave is coming back, man. That whole little wave is niggas that's fucking with them. That's like a merger between the South and the North, like fucking Freddie Gibbs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And that whole little you gotta have bars shit is coming back. You know what I'm saying? And I'll put Orlando up against any city in the world when it comes to bars, again, because niggas can't fuck around. You know what I'm saying? And niggas can't be able, niggas shouldn't be able to fuck around in Orlando, because I'm from Orlando and you had to be halfway decent to even think about getting on the mic around me, because I'm telling you that you whack in front of everybody on the mic and I'm gonna make it sound good.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? You ain't want to get dissed. So you came with your shit. And if you ain't come with your shit, you got laughed at and you couldn't get back on the mic. You remember them days? You remember them days when like the open mics and shit downtown? When niggas used to come down there and we used to it used to go down, yo. Niggas had bars, but then there was this couple of niggas that was whack and they used to always try to get on the mic, yo. And oh man, it was terrible for them. Man, it was terrible for them.
I love thinking about growing up in that hip hop world in Orlando, and some of the great personalities, some of the great people that were involved, and all of the funny shit that we've seen as a collective, as a community, just as a community. It was
Shout out your boy Sidney Poitier. You know what I'm saying? He was on the show the other day.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I checked that out. Shout out to him. Shout out to Deuce. Shout out to the Hoodsman. You know what I'm saying? Because them niggas was doing shit back in the day. Jolly Stompers, rest in peace, Drew. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them niggas. Shout out to the Hitmen again, yo, because Hitman brung a lot of shit out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Nasty. Shout out fucking Khaled. Shout out Caesar. Yo, the city was large, yo. We did a couple of things too, man. Shout out to the Diesel Headbangers. It's a lot of niggas, man. If I don't remember you, man, throw a name up in the chat and you get a big up. You know what I'm saying? Right, I love all y'all. Hate Nation. Yo, Hate Nation is a love movement, man.
Right. No, man. The people that know you get it. And I think that's awesome. Once again, we grew up in a time where originality was everything. What you're saying, what you stood for was everything. And to know that there's still people out there that feel that same fucking way, that's everything, man. Because you're not going with everyone just to say that they're right. They're not.
Nope.
You
And
know,
to take it even further, I don't give out passes.
Just do
You don't get a pass.
Nothing great was ever invented from following. It was someone saying, you know what? Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm not going over there. I'm going over here. You know, and that's where greatness comes from, bro. You know, while everybody else is partying up, thinking they got the answer to everything, you know, you got people out here that say, you know what? Nah, I'm going over here. I'm gonna practice in the gym. That Jordan shit, you know, that Kobe shit, that LeBron shit, you know, that I'm gonna take my talents elsewhere shit, that Kevin Durant shit, you know, that they take their shit to another level. They just think different. While everybody's doing everything else over here, I'm gonna do this. And when you're talking about that hate nation thing, I think it's great because it poses a question like the sound of Orlando, and then you have to ask, okay, yo, what you mean by that? What you mean by that? What you trying to say by that?
Yo, what was it? First? It's like the obvious, right? What was this nation built on?
Right.
Niggas came through over here and just, we discovered this. It's some niggas already here. How the fuck you discover some shit where somebody already at?
Right.
Was they hiding under some blankets and you pulled it out from underneath them? And now they discovered. They was covered before, now they discovered? Nah, these niggas been here already. And then you kill off you kill off the food supply so that they die, because you can't fuck with these niggas on their home turf. So you kill off the food supply. That's some real devious, disgusting, hateful shit.
Right.
Yo, you kill off the food supply. Yo, you come with some whole new shit. We ain't gonna fight you. We gonna give you some diseases. We gonna put some shit in the air to kill you. And then we gonna kill off the food supply so that you can't eat to fucking recover from anything. We just gonna fuck you up like that.
Talk about it.
You can't call nothing else. You can't call that nothing else but hate nation.
Right.
But that's just on the surface. That's just on the surface. You know what I'm saying? Then you gotta go like this. Like, look, you know what I'm saying? Anytime you disagree with something nowadays, you say, oh, I don't like that. Oh, you just a hater. Well, shit. Then I live in a world with every shit. Then I live in hate nation. Cause shit, I hate a lot of shit that's going on. I don't like a lot of shit that's going on out here. A lot of shit that's going on out here, I really don't like. And in order for you to hate something, you gotta love something else really bad. You know what I'm saying? And I love my people. I love my people. I love my people. You know what I'm saying? I love my people. Man, I love my people like my people is my children. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's one of my people, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that walks down the block and feel the same struggle that I feel. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that fucking go outside and fucking sun them, beam on them and make them glow, shine bright like a diamond. You know what I'm saying? Those are my people. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And I love them. I love them so much that I hate anything that's trying to make anything that's fucking adverse happen to them. And everything in this nation is trying to make shit adverse happen to them. Everything. Like the food, the air, the water, the fucking the programming, the clothes that nigga, everything everything is set to make a nigga fucked up. It's like the whole nation hate niggas. So that's where the fuck I'm at. I'm in hate nation. And until shit change, that's what it's gonna be.
This real moment has been sponsored by the Social and by Hate Nation. You heard
Hate Nation.
What are you gonna say? Dude, I mean that you just laid it out for the people there. You know, at the end of the day,
that's what the social is about, baby. That's what the social is about. You hear it here first. My whole setup just fucked up on me. Let me try not to make the shit cut off again. You know what I'm saying? Because that's hate nation too. You know what I'm saying?
Just let the people them know it. Now, Let's lighten this thing up. You know I'm gonna have to ask you, homie.
Yeah.
Top mother 5
Yeah.
dead or alive MCs.
All right,
Yo!
look. You know I watched the show, right? You know I watched the show devout. I'm a devout watcher, right?
Yes, sir.
So I was already thinking about this. I was like, I'm coming on the show. I was like, who's my top 5? And it's like, you can't just say a top 5 now. You can't. It's like, I got my top 5 favorite. I got the 5 MCs that
Your
when you
list.
put them together, you got Strange Flow. You know what I'm saying? These are the 5 MCs that melded together that makes that is Strange Flow. Then you got the 5 best rappers. The 5 niggas that's the dopest rappers. Like when it comes down to lyrics, these niggas is the 5 illest niggas on the planet, right? Then you got the 5, the 5. Then you got the GOAT 5. These are the 5 greatest of alive. Like the 5 dope lyricists, they might not be able to put songs together that's popular and catchy and shit like that. But them niggas got bars. And that's all they got is bars. And that's all they're going to give you constantly, notes all the time. And then you got the 5 GOATs that these niggas make the 5 dopest. These niggas put together the whole element and they got the shit together. They winning. They fucking... They put the songs together that put the people on the floor. They pockets is right from behind the shit.
Right.
Or they fucking got these the 5 GOATs. I'm gonna start with that list right there. Right? The 5 GOATs. These are the greatest, the 5 greatest of all time. Right?
Go.
Curtis Blow, number 1. I'm not gonna, they're not in no order. These are just, I'm going era. Curtis Blow. This nigga changed the game. You know what I'm saying? He put hip hop in everybody's faces. No Curtis Blow, you don't know hip hop. So that makes him the GOAT, right?
Talk about it.
Then you go LL. Cause this nigga, from the first time you seen this nigga's face till still right now, he's the dude.
Farmers
Can't front
Boulevard.
on L. Can't front on L. Then you got Hove. Cause Hove, you don't gotta say nothing else.
Brooklyn, New York, let's go.
Then you got Wheezy.
Louisiana, baby. Let's go.
Wheezy. I said it, Wheezy. And then you got a slash in there. You got a slash in there. There's two names, but they get the same slot.
Okay.
You got your man Ice Cube and your boy Rakim. You know what I'm saying? That's the top 5 list. That's the GOAT list, right?
Yes, sir.
That's the GOAT list. Now you go 5 best rappers, right? No particular order. These just the niggas that got the illest bars that you ever gonna hear in your life. Black Thought.
Philly.
Cannabis. Black Thought, Cannabis. Your boy Pharaoh Munch.
Brooklyn again.
Nah, Pharaoh from Queens.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yes.
But I am gonna go back to Brooklyn again.
Okay.
And say, damn man, my man, Pretty Flacco, Mos Def, Mighty Mos.
Mighty Mos.
Mighty Mos Def. And reason why Mos Def goes in there is because Mos Def is like, he could go he could touch any, he's too versatile with his shit and he makes sense about it. He could get intellectual, he could go Brooklyn, he could go fucking Pretty Boy. He's just dope with his shit, you know what I'm saying? So Pretty Flacco goes in there, right?
Right.
Then what did I say already? I said Thought. I said this. fucking, who else did I say? Thought This, Pretty Flacco, Pharaoh Munch, and me. You know what I'm saying? Me. You know what I'm saying? And then you go my five favorite. No order, just my five favorite. Sean Price, God Bless the Dead. You know what I'm saying? Styles P. He's not like influential to me or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But he's like one of the elders. He's like, I'm fucking with this dude right now. He's on a wave that I like. You know what I'm saying? If I don't say nothing like pause, because nothing that I say is gay. And if anybody says anything I say is anything like this gay, we might have to fight me. So that's that. So I fuck with this nigga. I like that nigga wave. Styles P. You know what I'm saying? Reggie, Redman, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, Redman is Redman. I got Red, Sean Price, Styles P, Special Ed. You know what I'm saying? Special Ed could drop a project right now, and I'll be the first to go cop it. And Master Ace.
Special Ed is so important, man.
And your boy Master Ace. To round out that five, Master Ace. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Master Ace, go Brooklyn. A lot of my top five is Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? My favorites is Brooklyn, but that's because go Brooklyn. Go Brooklyn.
Go Brooklyn, man. Brooklyn to go home. Hey, my brother, where can they cop anything new from you right now? Talk to the people.
Where can they cop what? Where can they cop what?
Right now. What do you got going on? Like, where can they cop it?
Like I'm always making music, you know what I'm saying? Music gets released whenever the fuck I feel like shit, I could drop something any fucking time, man. I might drop something tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I got mixed joints, you know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of projects that niggas is fucking with, you know what I'm saying? Like the HEIST-N-FLO project. Shout out to HEIST. You know what I'm saying? He home right now. He in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to HEIST. You know what I'm saying? But we might drop, I don't know, I could drop a HEIST-N-FLO project, HEIST-N-FLO joint any minute. I could we got a project dropping soon. I don't know when I'm gonna drop it, but the shit is the Prick Tape. Rocking on the Prick Tapes. That's the HEIST-N-FLO project. Strange Flow shit coming too. It's probably gonna be something hate related. You know what I'm saying? Who knows when I'm gonna drop? I might drop a freestyle and shit soon. You know what I'm saying? I might drop a soon. I did a couple of freestyles over some new shit, over some of your favorites, your favorite new nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the Red Rum shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the Red Rum shit. Go get the Lucifer Effect. The Lucifer Effect is available on all streaming platforms right now. You know what I'm saying? Go get that Lucifer Effect. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy is on there. Strange Flow is on there. So you can get a little bit of me there. If you want to just get a quick fix of my music, you know what I'm saying? You could go to YouTube and go to Stranger's World. Go to Stranger's World on YouTube. That's my YouTube page. I got a bunch of videos up there, a couple of playlists and shit with me just in there rocking. So you can listen to that, or you can go to SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, Dat Piff, anything, any music streaming shit. You know what I'm saying? You could go find some shit, Strange Flow. You could cop some shit on iTunes or Apple Music or fucking Spotify if you want. You know what I'm saying? Support your boy. But if you want gear, you gotta know me. You gotta know me personally, B, because that's the only way you get it. You gotta have some type of 6 degrees of separation to get the HEIST-N-FLO gear. You know what I'm saying? But everything else, you know what I'm saying, you can get the music anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Some of this shit free to download. Some of this shit you gotta pay for. There's some joints with me and my kids on there. You know what I'm saying? I got music. It's dope too.
Well, you know, me and you go way back, man. I've been waiting for this.
You remember when we met, yo?
That's a lot of drinking and blunts ago. But
yeah, I remember, B.
I have a better memory than me, bro.
Yeah, and I smoke a lot.
Yeah. So, but what I really want to say to you, bro, is I respect y'all grind. I respect what you guys have done for the city. If nobody tells you thank you, I say thank you because this is my
Appreciate you,
city.
Holmes.
This is my city.
I mean, shit. It's my city
And
too. That don't mean that's why
right,
we do this, B.
right. And when
That's why
when I
we do this.
when
We
I
don't.
know people like yourselves have grinded their whole life, and when I know when people out here have been trying to put their signature on their place, on their plot of land, whatever that is. I just think, like I said, part of the motivation was to get a platform going where people like yourself and everyone else in the city has a place to go to be like, yo, you know what? Check this out, man. This is what I did in the city. Whether, regardless of whether you agree with what they did or not, is besides the point. The point is that the conversation is not even being had. And I just wanted to be the conduit for that, to bring that to a
And
place where this becomes
and
the normal for us.
I thank you. I thank you for that because I enjoy the soul show. Everyone, I enjoy that shit. I'm sitting here. You see me every fucking show. Fucking whole screen lit up, thumbs up and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm enjoying this shit. I'm chiming in. I'm like, yeah, I was there. You know what I'm saying? Every episode, I'm like, yo, I was there, yo. I was there. I was part of that shit right there. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, yo, I heard him when he said that. You know what I'm saying? I was right there. He was on stage. I was sitting right there next to the stage right there. It'd be like nostalgic moments. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
And I love that shit. So I appreciate the soul show. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate this shit, yo.
Right. And once again, my brother, I want to thank you. And I know it's not just you. You represent an entire idea spawning out of the east side of town. You guys were probably, to me, one of the first peoples to represent the east side of town musically. I think that was everything for the city. It gave the city dynamics in a real way. And like I said, I thank you guys for doing what you did. No apologies given, no fucks given. You did what you did, regardless of what. It touched a lot of people that you probably ain't never gonna meet all of them. And I think it gave our city a character unto its own. Without that, I don't think a lot of other things may have begun without your guys' contribution. When I'm talking about your guys', I mean everyone, all the bloodline, the warheads represent. We were a part of some special things together, and you guys done some great shit on your own. And part of our job, man, in life is trying to time out shit that we don't understand and being able to give flowers while people are here. This is that moment, brother. What your work has been acknowledged. You guys are doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you're still doing it. So we're acknowledging that, and we don't pull no punches here, bro. I tell it like it is. When I tell my story, I can't tell it without you guys. So, thank you.
We always there. We can't tell the story and say, well, this nigga wasn't there. We'd be lying. This nigga was there. You know what I'm saying? He got a way it was a reason why he was there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all part of the same story. You know what I'm saying? Right. The canvas is there, the canvas is big and vast. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We all got a piece of that canvas, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And shit. All we gotta do is fucking put that shit out there, let motherfuckers see that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you see, even the little shit that did sneak out, you know what I'm saying, blew up, you know what I'm saying? Like, you remember fucking Rob. You remember Rob? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With 4-play, I mean, with 12-play or whatever the fuck he had. You know what I'm saying? That shit was dope. That shit came right
Yeah.
out the city. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yo, I'm telling you, man. Yo, it's like Orlando is like the tale of a tale of two cities, man.
Right.
It's like a tale of two cities, man. Because you know what I'm saying? It's like the best of times and the worst of times.
Right,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
But thank God, there was a lot of people, like you said, that were working and doing things even when people weren't around. Shout out to your brother Vaughn. You know, even while you were gone, he was still in the trenches down here, building relationships, bringing people together. Everyone was in Warhead, but Warheads was respected across the fucking city in a real way. And I watched that. And even if they didn't agree with what the fuck y'all were doing and how y'all went about doing it, the respect was still fucking there. And I think that was everything. We want everything, but everything look like everything that we fucking think.
Yo, you
Everything.
want to know what I think was dope, yo? You know, I was like, this is about, I want to say 5 years ago, some shit like that, 5 or 6 years ago. But I'm chilling in the neighborhood where my kids is at. You know what I'm saying? And we chilling outside. I'm throwing the football around with them. You know what I'm saying? They like, my boys is like 14 and 13, 14 and 12 or some shit like that. And I'm throwing the football around with them, and somebody comes jogging around the corner with a Warhead t-shirt on. I'm like, yo. They're like, yeah, we see that shit all of the time. Yo, they got fucking a couple of them shits. They got them in like 3 different colors. I'm like, yo, that's so hard. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that shit, yo. I love that shit. We ain't nothing else we see behind this shit, you know what I'm saying? So if a nigga got a flag or some shit like that, cause you remember, it was a time when niggas had the decals on the back of their car windows.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So niggas riding around with chrome it's like motherfuckers had chrome Warhead logos on the back of their cars. So you can't miss the shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the city seen us. It was impossible not to see us. You know what I'm saying? We made, it was dope, yo. It was dope, yo. The city was dope.
And as a representative of the few large and life and everything that I represented as far as hip hop in the city, like I said, I've never felt at any time that I was the most well liked, but that's not what I was going for. I never felt like, for me, like, I may have been the top of anything, but that's not what I was going for. I wanted our city to have a voice. I had a best interest in it because I lived most of my motherfucking life. This is all I've ever done. And when it comes down to things. And so when I said city, I was proud. I was rooting for anyone to represent our city in a real way. Because even then I felt like we were like the bones of Cleveland. We were like of Michigan.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if YouTube was popping the way that it's popping and World Star was popping the way that it's popping back then?
Yeah, bro.
We were
one technology away from everything. Because
I'm telling you, yo, can you imagine? Yo, the things that happened in Orlando. The things that happened in Orlando alone, just the little club nights, the simple little club nights. You know what I'm saying? No headline acting, nothing like that. Just the simple little club nights that turned into epic events. Right. You know what I'm saying? Would have went viral. Every weekend would have been a viral weekend. And it's like, you remember the city was popping, so like every night it wasn't like, oh, you had to wait till the weekend. Nah, every night it was going down.
Right.
Every night. Sunday night, you going to Silhouettes. Monday night, you going to this. Tuesday night, you going to that. Wednesday night, you going to the other thing. Thursday, because, it went from not being no hip-hop nowhere, then it went to hip-hop was everywhere on every different night.
And I'm laying the gauntlet. I'm saying we, as a collective, during that time period, were everywhere. Even if we didn't want to see each other, we were there. You were there.
There.
We were there. No one was missing out. What up, Rome? What up? We
there every night. Niggas see each other every night. Niggas like, there go this nigga right there again. Yeah. There go this nigga there. There go this nigga every night.
Right.
You see it? Because it was somewhere to go every night. And you had to be there. If you wasn't there, you was a sucker. You know what I'm saying? You was there, and you ain't gonna miss it. You ain't gonna miss it.
Shout out to Caesar. I told him I said too. There was a moment.
Caesar.
Yeah, DJ Caesar.
Shout out Caesar.
I told Caesar, man, it was a moment that they were everything to the city because we had to be there. There was no other resource to get hip hop. So we had to be there. It didn't matter what was going on there. It didn't matter if you had to be with somebody. Like, you had to be a real fucking jerk chicken motherfucker to not be there. And none of us were a bunch of jerk chickens at all, to say the fucking least. And it didn't matter what we had going. You showing up. I don't care what happened last Friday. What's up next the month later? Remember? Because they were doing it like once every month for a long while. But that was everything for us, man. That fucking right there off Mills, you know the name. It's the name of that spot on Mills, man. Where fucking, you don't remember? Oh, he's frozen. Is he frozen? Yeah, he's frozen. Hey, thank you for joining the Soul Show. I know my man Rick is on the line, and he's like, yo, what the hell's going on? Shout out to Chrissy Moss. Wills, yes. Lebanese, you already know, Jesse. Come on, man. Lebanese. That first Lebanese was everything for the city, man. It meant so much. It meant so much for the people that were visiting, that wind up making decisions to move down here and give Orlando a chance. It was like everything. What was that hall? Jesse, I know you know the hall. Jesse, what was the name of the hall in Rollins College? We did the show underground that hall. But remember the hall upstairs? What was the name of that hall in Rollins College? Because they did a couple joints over there too. So shout outs to that, man. That was everything, man. Like, Orlando needed that. I don't know what happened to Strange, but once again, Joy, shout out to you. Shout out to Christy on the check-in. She doesn't check in much, but shout out to her. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, man? Rollins College, the hall. As soon as you pull into the main entrance, the hall was right there, man. Hitman DJs did their thing over there. Shout out to everyone. Rick Barnes, man, on the check-in, bro. My man. Cool Rock Steve from the Fat Boys. He was on the check-in tonight, man. That's my dude, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate all the hip-hop history. My man, my new viewer tonight. I don't want to butcher your name, so Jungle Leon? Usher? Shout out to you, bro. You're definitely joining the Soul Show. Shout out to my man Earl. Big Earl. He's going to be on the Soul Show too, man. Shout out to you, bro. How many other people we had on? Shout out to my man Seth One. Shout out to everyone that joined the Soul Show tonight, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all Y'all are everything to the show. We are going to continue the motion.
Welcome to the Cypher.
And let's
Black
go.
Dog Say, Black Dog, Eminem. I gotta do this for quick listen, real quick.
I want to end with this.
Sinners, saints, scramblers, and gamblers, and dirty money handlers, dignitaries and champions, narcotic traffickers, talented number runners and racketers, stars and stage spades, and camera slang swingers and swaggers, double barrels and damages, automatics and miracles, Europe, Asia, and Africa, all the time in America, Atlantic, Ashland, Albemarle, the Albany, Bridge in the Baltic, Bedford Ave, Bergen Street, Clinton, the Cabin, Church Ave, the Clad, and Road, the Central Avenue, Cooper House, Cypress, and live from Bedford, Cypress, the live is high flying, is pilot, bombardier from Pirate Station, live and direct, Medina mastermind, said the Kialak mindset, and I lock off, cool, peace to the nation of the gods and the earth, and the sun, moon, and stars, furthermore, born knowledge, go hard. Check it out, remix, rising up out of the flames like a phoenix, training and carrying the weight of my brain like a genius, knowing I'm sowing seeds, that's who love is the greenest, if I said it, I mean it, and did it because I need it, eat, sleep it, and beat it, write it down and then read it, ask for to the semen, the trash talk is deleted, blast off, I lay your mouth like a Tempur-Pedic, blast off, I told you I'm a winner, bitch, the lead is unsung, underrated, underappreciated, the one, them underachievers had underestimated, finally, graduated from something that's so hated, the one of the most sacred, nobody gonna take it, face it, I keep doing it well, doing it signs and sisters, it's do it yourself, doing it below the radar, we doing it self, doing it again for Philadelphia, and who else, check it out, y'all see him on a job, see my eyes focus where the prize be, I'm like Martin Luther King, you like Rodney, the difference is I give it everything inside me, dead diary, my fans still swear by me, even though I'm late night now, like hey it's Johnny, swimming with them big whites now, that's how to find me, funny how it break right there, but never mind me, I'm forever grimy, yes it's just Billy Sonic, rock roller, bipolar like Phyllis Hyman. Like the dope fiend, open up, bottle of dopamine, just hoping you don't get woke, thing, oh it's a steak, I don't think it be if you smoking thing. Oh, there goes the bell, the sound of the opening ding. I hit you as hard as far beat you, it's in the ribs with a switch and stitch you at the same time before you can clinch to it. My dick is so big, if I add another inch to it, you would swear when I reached you that you was actually into it. I'm not a baller, but you can bet your fucking bottom dollar that I remember when I was without a dollar bill in my wallet. Now watch me kill a koala while I'm all at Chihuahua, but my pillow for parlor, like let me holler at you, mama. It's like I'm off the bonfire when I bring the fucking drama. Used to bomb you like Saddam, but now that I'm a little calmer, I'm a fucking cross between Osama, Dama, Obama, and Dalai Lama. Somali, I'm a knight in shining armor. Nailing gift the tailors with a trailer. A picture of my genitalia with a note saying I can't wait to see ya. Drug paraphernalia, beware the werewolf will kill you. That's him in his cheap clothes. He just shaved his hair, Cecilia.
Well, now you know what time it is, boy. It's the Soul motherfucking show. Yes. And I can't end the show without bringing my brother back on to do it upright, because that's what we're doing, and that's everything. So shout out to him. Yo! Frank, what's good? What's good? What's good?
Nation, yo.
Hey, man. Hey, send some shots out to the people there. Let everybody know once again, if they want to cop
Don't be talking about my live neither, nigga.
Where can they get it at? Yo, you there? Strange Flow, what's up? Ah, man. You gotta love Comcast, a Spectrum, or whatever the hell they got going on in Orlando. Because let me tell you something. That shit sucks. Shouts out, once again, to everybody that's tuned in tonight, man. Love y'all. It's everything, man, that y'all are supporting, man. Shirts and merch are coming soon. Please believe me, we're all about the Soul Show. Please believe me. The sound of Orlando is everything, man. Please believe me, man. It is everything, bro. On everything that's real, Orlando is the place to be from. Strange. Before we get out of here.
Yeah, I'm here, B. I'm here, yo. This shit crazy, man. This shit crazy. All this bigging up I did in technology.
Yeah, man. Tell the people where they can find your stuff at, man, before we get out of here.
Shit, man, my shit is together now, man. I'm good now if you want to keep this shit going, but you can find my shit on YouTube at Stranger's World. You know what I'm saying? Stranger's World. Strange apostrophe S World. Stranger's World. It fucking should make sense. Use a fucking piece of grammar for once. And on SoundCloud, on Reverb, on DatPiff, on Spotify, on Apple Music, on all of that shit, just Strange Flow. You know what I'm saying? One word, no W. You know what I'm saying? You'll see either this shit right here, the HEIST-N-FLO logo, or you'll see the fucking Warhead logo. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what the Warhead logo is, you must have been living under a fucking rock.
Talk about it, my brother. Hey, bro. Hey, I'm so honored and privileged to have you on the show today, man. It is everything.
We ain't even talk about the city, B.
What you say?
We ain't even talk about the city.
We ain't even talk about the city. We've been talking about the city all night. What are you talking about?
We barely scratched the surface, man.
Yeah, I know, man. You already know like I do.
Calamity.
I need to bring you on. I need to bring you on for another episode.
Calamity, yo. It's like the whole world hating, yo. What the shit, yo? Yeah. We need to have a whole another. I mean, I thought I was good. I charged my shit up 100%. You know what I'm saying? It's like hate world, yo.
Yeah, man. No, you good, bro. We love you.
But I'm good now. I'm good now. No more calamity. I'm gonna hold on to this shit so the shit don't fall.
You know you coming back on the show just cause. That's you just coming.
Only my show. Only my show. The shit will fucking break down in the middle of the shit. Only on the show what I'm doing.
That's that Comcast. That's that Spectrum, man. You got enough truth tonight, man. So they coming in and they trying to shut shit down.
But it wouldn't be real if it wouldn't be real if it ain't go down like this. It wouldn't be real. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
It had to happen like this. You know what I'm saying? Niggas might think it's scripted and shit. Niggas is gonna think it's scripted like we planned to do that.
Once again, Strange Flow is the motherfucking sound of Orlando. If you don't know, you better recognize. Shout out to Joy, saying it was a great show. We love you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for Jesse Jazz's support. This is sponsored by 5-Star Graphics. Please believe me, everyone knows what time it is. It cannot be done in an hour. We can't talk about the entire fucking city in an hour, but we can give flowers in an hour. Right?
Shout out to 5-Star Graphics.
Yes. 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 Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for being on the show tonight, man. That means everything, bro. We gonna end the year off right. Let's end it with Strange, man. Come on, man. Flowers, bro.
Flowers.
Cost you nothing. Flowers are free. Cost you nothing.
Shout out to you, B. Shout out to having this show, yo. This shit was fun as shit, yo. This shit was fun, yo. This shit was fun. It wasn't even like a show, yo. It was like a nice little trip down memory lane.
And you know what, man? Thank God for that. Thank God for that, because it could have been a mess. Ways from Sunday,
yo,
but it wasn't. Thank God.
We was talking political shit and everything, man, but we didn't really talk about the city, man. I wanted to get into the city, man.
Okay, well, we can go a little bit longer. Talk about it. What do you feel about the city and how the city is right now?
We're gonna chop it up again. Next time we gotta have HEIST-N-FLO.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. You already know, man. You guys got an open door to the sound of Orlando, and that's what that is. Period. Period.
Again, yo, I love the city. I love the city. I love the city. The music that the people that I fuck with.
Yes, sir. Give it up one more motherfucking time for
Is there like a lag or something?
Flow. Give it up one
I don't know
more.
if you're hearing the shit that I'm saying real time.
What's up?
All right.
Are you there? Are you there? Yeah, I don't know what is going on, man.
Yeah, I'm here.
You good?
I don't know if it's a lag or something.
Yeah, there's a lag. It's definitely a lag.
I'm here. I'm here.
What was the last thing you wanted to say? You said?
I'm here, man. I'm here. Yo, just peace. Yo, peace. Do it again. We just gonna have to do it again.
Yeah, you already know, bro. You got that. Already know. Give it up one more time for Strange Flow, man. Representing the Warheads, representing Orlando, representing Old Town Sound. Give it up one more time for Strange Flow. You already know, man. Thank you for everyone that tuned in tonight, man. We appreciate y'all. We can't do this without y'all, man. It's about our city, our story, and our sound. Yo, we love y'all, man. Please stay tuned. We got more exciting guests this week, man. Love y'all. Keep going.